Pragmatic TechSoft. And our company Pragmatic is in two areas, digital and AI transformation. And we are one of the oldest partners of Odoo. And I know I'm sitting very much in the SAP world, but I like to take that audacity to speak here. And the goal here is to really help all the people who have come here, because I think we are in an era of extraordinary technology change. And I'm sitting here in front of you, projecting next 5 to 10 years. We are in extremely disruptive times here.
Are more project-based, process-based, and one of the key factors is a human has to loop in and look at what's happening, right? And the human becomes the scalability challenge at many locations in factories, because without a human, we cannot run those factories. But with AI and agents, we are in a fascinating time where AI could be your co-pilot. May not give you an ROI immediately, because we are talking about small projects at the start, right? When you imagine if you're doing a small prototype, it's not going to impact the whole organization. It's when you have a rollout, you have something called as a snowball effect, where it starts to roll into every department. Because if you only touch one department, maybe it will make a fractional difference. But when you're rolling out to every single department, right, which AI is very transformational, then you can see the snowball effect. And since we're only talking about here primarily about factories and automation, but don't neglect the other departments, which include supply chain, which also includes marketing, sales, because these departments are you can say, the support centers in order to really make your factory.
Humans run those machines and then we get beautiful products, right, out of there. And there are a lot of challenges also while we are doing production, including quality control, maintenance of the machines, automation, IoT, and all that in between. So if you see, the real driver of these machines is, humans. If you have a person working in procurement department, and I think he is actually, all with due respect to the procurement, sometimes they can, make eyebrows raising decisions, right? So every enterprise, if they have agentic stuff, even the CEO of the company could just trigger this agent, which will actually automatically reach out on email, on LinkedIn, on calls, and get you the quotations. So you can compare what you got from your procurement guy. You can already have this in your hands. So really, this is the kind of one use case I want to highlight here. Of course, there are many other use cases, but just for the people to understand that we have reached that level already. That these agents can message, these agents can email, these agents can call, and this complete process can be automated, and only one person, the CEO or the managing director, can run this, and on his palm he can have quotations from 5 vendors, but they are not going to be, something which really have to be told, you do one step, this step, that's next step, next step, next step. It will automate. You just give it a goal. Okay, I want to get this done, and it will backtrack the goal to understand what are the tasks to be done, and then it will accomplish each of the tasks. That's like I gave you example of a travel person making a flight bookings. You don't have to tell it, okay, you have to go to Cleartrip. You say, book me a flight, this is my budget, I need to go to Chennai, right? So it will automatically do that. So I want to also end with highlighting that now, if the browser era had been dominated by Chrome, and if some of you signed up with Perplexity, I think they launched something called as the Comet browser. It's an AI browser, right? So these kind of interfaces are already newly coming up, where even ChatGPT, OpenAI has launched Atlas browser. So these browsers are becoming the interface of these agents. So you don't think that it is gonna work in a very difficult way. It is actually, agentic AI is actually made even more simpler for people like us, because we love to be driven by natural language, and they really built around that. So this is the agent era we have got into. Now this is in the hands of only, you can say maybe in the world 0.001% know it, and they are already using it. So we all need to really, train our people, get them aligned, get the knowledge in, so that we can catch out to this trend early on. Because this will eventually impact our bottom line. So when you're looking at why we are doing automation, right? We want to have a good bottom line. We want to get good profits. But we not only have to look at that, but you have to look again complete organization wide.